It's kind of weird to see Emily have sunshine there, and I'm looking dead at night.
Really?
That's just
Sorry.
weird.
Okay, we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DC Hub podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. I also have on the line with me right now my co-host Andrew. Andrew, how are you tonight?
Doing good.
Good, man. Good, man. And we also have a guest from the group, Emily from Australia. How are you tonight?
Good, thanks.
And I just referenced the fact that she's looking dead in the middle of the day, and it's like 9:30 at night here. That's just the weirdest thing ever. But we're gonna go over all the shows, answer some viewer questions. Should be an interesting night. You may not hear much Supergirl talk from tonight's episode. None of us as a group have seen it. So we definitely will play a little bit of double catch up next week as we come to you right after Supergirl is over next week. But the first thing I want to do, Andrew, there was some Young Justice news that came out this week.
Yes. You want me to say what it is?
Yes.
Okay, so we got something from one of the showrunners of Young Justice. They have told us that they're going to be going into the PG-13, more R-rated side of Young Justice.
Yes. Yeah, I am all for losing the kitty from DC. I am all for that. We see all these Justice League, for example, DC Super Friends, Justice League action. I am all for the darker, grittier side of DC. Marvel has been through this. DC's now catching up, and it's good to see that those guys are doing so. Very, very good. Very, very happy. Another thing we got this week, in case you guys haven't seen it in the group chat and all the groups, we got a picture this week of Batwoman and Supergirl. That picture was very, very, very awesome to see.
Yeah, I saw that. It was cool.
Yes, it was so awesome to see. I'm so excited to see Batwoman. It's going to be fun to see her do her thing. All right, let's go into the shows of the week as we always do. The first thing I wanted to talk about, and one of the things I had an issue with, Legends of Tomorrow. Now, Andrew, that's your show. That's the main show you watch. So we had a little bit of everything in this show. We had unicorns. Constantine was back in this one. Gary lost the nipple. We saw Nate's dad. What was your thoughts of the Legends of Tomorrow?
Well, my thoughts were it's very Legends because it's what I love a lot about Legends. A lot of people don't like that Legends of Tomorrow is going the way this comedic show, and I'm like, they're kind of a comedic group of people. They're not your typical heroes. They're all misfits and screw-ups, and so why not make it a funny show?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have the action and they have the comedic aspect down.
Right.
It's just they're showing the more fun side of DC, which I'm loving.
Mm-hmm.
And like with Gary losing a nipple, murdering unicorns, making Constantine do all this crazy stuff, seeing the Legends get high off of unicorn goo.
Oh my goodness!
They were acting. It blended in very well with the era that they were in because they were in Woodstock.
Right.
So it seemed like they were actually on drugs, which, admittedly, probably everybody at Woodstock was on drugs.
Yes. Stay off the weed, ladies and gentlemen. Stay off the damn weed. Uh, um, Emily, what did you
Yeah.
think? Emily, I don't think you watch Legends. Do you watch Legends, Emily?
I do, yes.
What did you think? What was your thoughts on the episode?
I thought it was pretty good and funny, interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens to Constantine because
Hmm.
of what you saw happen to him at the end. I guess there was a demon coming in him or something. 'Cause
Possession.
he's rolling around on the ground, and then something is written in blood. I'm coming for you, John. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see what's going on there and what happens.
My whole issue with Legends, you bring Constantine in, but my thing is, and the only thing, my only gripe, Constantine shouldn't even be there. His show should have never been canceled in the first freaking place. I don't understand why they canceled his show. I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you cancel, and I know I'm about to make a lot of Gotham fans upset. If you cancel Gotham, I would have no issue, no problem. If you cancel Gotham, because a Gotham without a Batman makes no sense to me. But Constantine is one of the coolest characters you've seen in DC in a while, and his show should have never been canceled in the first freaking place. He shouldn't be a freaking legend. He should still be on his own. But that's beside the point. We have him on Legends, and Legends cast rotates around. So I don't know if he's going to be the whole season with us, if he's just going to be half a season with us. So I'll take what I can get.
Well,
But
right now, I actually know he's a recurring guest star.
okay.
He the same as he was last season, so that now he's a regular, which means that he could be on more episodes. He's not a main character though.
Okay. Good. Constantine's awesome. Now, I'm cool with everything else. I thought the Murdian Unicorn was funny. I thought that was funny. That was a nice little twist of things. Nate's dad was a hard ass at first, but hopefully he mellowed out. Looked like he was mellowing out toward the end of the episode. What happened to Wally?
I guess that he's in Central City.
Because I saw because you didn't see him, and we'll get into Flash in a second. But you haven't seen him on Flash in a minute. He wasn't on Legends, so I don't know. Maybe he's off doing his own thing. I don't know. Was Kid Flash ever made an official member of the team though?
He was last season, like a few episodes. He and then I remember first episode of Flash. He said that he wanted to go and explore other things.
Right.
Aside from being a legend.
Okay. That was the debut. All right.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Flash, let's get into Flash. Emily, you don't know me, but the gripe I have about Flash is that damn Iris West. She annoys the hell out of me. I can't
I'm
stand.
on the same page, William. I totally understand.
Same here.
I can't stand her. I'm cool with I'm cool with all the other cast on that show. I'm cool with, but except her, she's aggravating, and she really wonders why Nora doesn't want to hang with her. Well, you have your answer. You're aggravating.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts? But Emily, let me go to you for a second. On what do you think about that episode of The Flash?
What do I think? I think it was pretty good, except for Iris being herself and giving us speeches all the time.
Yeah.
But apart from that, because it just takes up the whole episode, you just think, why are you doing this? Stop giving your speeches. You know? And then Barry feels sorry and upset, and then he's got to go to Nora, and then he's got to go to my, you know?
Yep.
But the whole thing about the time changing and him disappearing, that's going to be interesting to see how Nora is dealing with that and how she's gonna, I don't know, try and save him or stop him from disappearing, or I don't know.
Now, one of the things I took from that episode, we got another sort quote unquote Harrison Wells, and he asked a pertinent question: "Who sent you here?"
Oh
And
yeah,
and I got a feeling we're gonna see something become of that. I don't think she figured this out on her own. Not trying to take anything away from her because it seems to be smart, but I don't think she figured out this whole thing with the timeline of where her dad was. I don't think she did this on her own. I think someone
yeah,
got her there. I think someone is coaching or coaxing her for whatever reason to do the things that she's doing right now. Um, like Andrew, I know you're in my camp. You're not a big fan of Iris either.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about Cicada as a villain?
I think he's a very interesting villain. I'm going to talk about last week's episode too, since we weren't able to talk about it last time because we missed a week.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to talk about that episode too. I thought it was very interesting, both episodes, the way that he came in and almost stopped Barry and almost killed Barry, and then he tried this episode, and he actually did kill. Well, he killed by air quotes around killed because we know that Cisco Ramon is still alive.
Yep.
He still has his vibing powers,
Yep.
but his suit is gone. So I don't know if we're going to see him be more of a superhero. Well, I'm hoping that we'll see him get back to season 1 Cisco, where he's working back in Star Labs again.
Give me a second, guys. I am speaking with Lisa right now. So I'm speaking with her right now. Emily, what was your thoughts on Cicada? And do you have anything to add in terms of Nora being coached or maybe coaxed into doing what she's doing with the timeline?
On Cicada, yeah, well, he's a pretty good bad guy. I mean, yeah, I hope they take him down. But he seems like he's got problems though too, I guess. And he's got a daughter, now we know.
Yep.
So he's gone to visit her and she's sick. So I don't know what his goal is, but it seems like he's trying to, you know, find justice or whatever for his daughter or something. I don't know. But yeah, he just seems like angry and wants to kill people with his power.
I'm going to tell you the way I take this, and please forgive me if I speak out of turn. I know this is a DC Hub podcast, but the whole thing with Cicada seems more Punisher than it does anything else.
Yeah.
Because there's there has to be a reason why he's going after metas, and I think the reason why he's going after all these metas is because these metas did this to his daughter. And that's why he's going after all the metas. Well,
more specifically, from theories that I have heard from other podcasts, they said back when second episode, they said the reason why they feel this is happening is because when Nora saved her dad, she basically made Cicada, wherever you want to call him, she made him come out later than he was probably supposed to in her timeline.
Right. I remember they were referring to that.
Yeah. And this whole, and the reason why he's doing all this is because something happened with his daughter. And it seems that he's been doing this longer than since Nora's been here, so it could be something to do with Barry messing something up, like whenever. Oh, I feel like I know what it is. Okay. Back in season 3, Speed Force Lightning probably knocked his daughter out, and then it gave him superpowers in turn to take people's powers from them, and we haven't heard about them. And I feel like that's what's happening right now.
Good theory. Good theory. Now, let me go over to Emily for a second. The one thing, Emily, that I've seen on all these shows, and particularly Supergirl, is the fact that you have a lot of political agendas going on. Isn't it kind of refreshing that you really don't see that with Flash?
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Because you
have
a lot.
I do know what you mean. Yeah, there's a lot of political stuff for sure. All that. Yeah.
A lot of political things going on in Supergirl right now. And we can jump into that real quick. For the last episode, you see it a lot. You see the Me Too movement there. You see something else that got stolen from Marvel. If you go back and you think about this whole alien rights thing, go back and look at the X-Men with the way the mutants were accepted. You see how DC?
Yeah.
You see how DC sort of kind of stole that?
Yeah.
So I thought
definitely did.
So I thought that was kind of interesting there. What is everybody's opinion on Dreamer?
I like her.
You like her?
I just don't like the way that it's going with her. Because it feels like it's becoming less of the action, and it's leaning more towards the liberal and political side of things.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah. What do you think about Dreamer, Emily?
Can't remember which character that is.
The Jimmy Olsen spoke with her last week.
Neonal.
Yeah, Neonal.
Oh, the girl with the dark hair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Dreamer. Sorry. Yeah. She's all right. Yeah, she's trying to stand up for her rights because she's transgender.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Yeah. But.
And like I was speaking with Lisa the other day, the one thing that concerned me with that is I had no problem with a transgender character, but don't do it. But don't do it just to do it. Put it behind a good storyline. Make sure the acting is where it needs to be. Just don't do it just to say you did it. Make sure it makes sense. Make sure the actor can play the role. And for right now, she is doing all these things very, very well. Be interesting to see what happens for her later on. But my issue with Supergirl, if I said, and I've said it before, the whole show should be about her learning how to be a better hero, learning how to be a better Supergirl. I thought the whole thing with Monel was dumb, and it took over the storyline. And now they're bringing all this political correctness in there. So hopefully they get away. Hopefully at some point they get away with that and sit back with the action. What did you guys think about Agent Liberty toward the end?
Agent Liberty.
Dude in a mask.
The one in the mask.
He's the guy who was leading that rally at the end of the episode. Yeah, he was the guy walking around on the stage saying, "These aliens stole everything from you." Which, going back to the political side of things, it's seeming almost like some weird racist thing.
Do you remember that now, Emily? You remember
anti-alien sentiment?
Yeah, I think I do vaguely. I do remember. I just can't remember what the person looks like, but I do remember, them saying stuff like that.
He reminds me of Destro from G.I. Joe. That's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of Destro from G.I. Joe with the metal face and with the evil voice.
Oh yeah. Well, now I know the guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the mask on.
one of the things I pointed out in my show notes, I think the biggest thing they made with him, I think the mask takes away from the acting with him.
Yeah, because you don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm. You know, it takes away from the acting. Is my biggest
Yeah,
thing.
it does. Hey, it hides who they are, and you don't know who they are.
Yep.
Like a mystery.
Another thing too that I sort of kind of thought about, President Marston was found out to be an alien. Now this whole time, Supergirl knew pretty much she was an alien, so you can partially say Supergirl helped with the cover up.
Yeah. The funny thing is, it's almost like all these things, again, political side of things. It's going back to the whole political side of things, and it's getting on my nerves. But I do have an interesting fact about
Sure.
President Marsden.
Sure.
President Marsden, the guy who created Wonder Woman, his name was Professor Marsden.
I got you.
They made a movie about him. He's the guy who invented the lie detector machine and all sorts of other things.
Wow!
I heard that. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you another thing. Do you guys think Lena not knowing Supergirl's identity is getting kind of old?
Yeah, dragging on. Like, think she needs to know. You'd think she would figure it out by now.
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah.
I thought that during last.
She's not happy when she finds out.
Oh no, she ain't.
I thought last week she had found out. Near the end of the episode, when they had arrested Mercy Graves. I thought that Lena had found out who Supergirl was, and then and I don't know if that's a thing or what.
Yeah. This is a much different Mercy Graves, though, because I don't know which Mercy they were taken from. Were they taken from the animated version of Mercy? Or I knew she took over LexCorp eventually after Lex got put away. So I guess they took from the animated version of her.
Yeah, it seems like that they did. It kind of seems like they're doing both. It feels like they're amalgamating her from the animated and her from the Superman movies.
Yep.
And then they're adding in her working with Cadmus and Lillian Luthor.
And they did the same thing with Miss Tessmacher. They did the same thing with her. They took her from they kind of made her different between the TV show and the movies. Emily, are you watching Titans on DC Universe right now?
Yes, I am.
I want to go to
brilliant show. I'm loving it.
I want to go to you for a second. Do you think Titans is too dark?
Too dark?
Do you think it's too dark? The tone is too dark?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Just because with that main girl, she's pretty dark. She's got a dark side to her. Yeah, so that's pretty dark.
You know, and I'm going to say it right now on the podcast. Anybody got a problem with Starfire being in that show? You got issues. She has been very, very good in the show. Her acting has been on point. Yeah, you can make whatever fun you want about the fur coat, but her per se, oh no. The acting has been top notch, so I will give her that. Definitely give her that. What do you guys think about the interaction that Corey and Robin had, or Corey and Dick Grayson have? What do you think about? What do you think? You saw them a little bit in the last show. You saw them a little bit kind of interacting, a little bit. Do you think that can go somewhere? I mean, eventually it will. We all know that, but
yeah, possibly.
I thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting when she stole his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my car.
That's my car.
Yeah.
That's my
I like
car.
my car.
I like my car. And then she says, "How do you find me?" There's an app for that.
Yeah.
Smart ass.
Oh, funny.
Smart ass. But I was speaking with Andrew. On Saturday, and Andrew, you brought up a good point too. That it's hinting that we're gonna get Trigon.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Ever since the pilot, they've been hinting at Trigon, and in another group I was in, they actually said that they speculated that Trigon was actually cast.
Okay.
They think that this
Right.
guy Seamus Dever is going to be playing the human form of Trigon, and even Jeff Johns has said that Trigon will be in the show.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop right here. We have a few other shows to go over, but I'm gonna stop right here. What I want to do before I forget, I want to go over our reader question, our group question. We had a question in the group from a member, and we have the member's name, and we also have the question they want to ask. Andrew, do you want to read that off for us?
If I can find it.
It's kind of scourged backed up in there just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm sorry, Emily. It's daylight, man. Dang.
That's all right. I know. It's 12:51. Almost midnight. Almost 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Wow. Okay,
Oh.
here it is.
Okay.
Someone from the group named Johnny Smiley sent in this. He's been thinking about Barry Allen's daughter saying something about Lightning Lad. Now, if she is talking about Legion of Superheroes Lightning Lad, and if the Legion of Superheroes that is in Supergirl has a Lightning Lad, but Supergirl's Legion appeared on her Earth, and Nora Dark is from Barry Allen's Earth, how can they be on the same team? What he thinks is that the Legion of Superheroes recruits teams from different Earths and maybe different time
periods.
So, what do you guys think of this theory?
Wow.
Well, that's a big theory. So he's saying they're from different
Not only
times
different, right? Not only different Earth, but from different places in time.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
I mean, it makes sense because you see the Legion all the time go back and forth.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, there was an old Superman the animated series episode where they went back and saw Clark Kent before he became Superman to protect him from Brainiac killing him. And then they wiped his mind and everything like that. And then he zipped right back home. So that theory does hold some water.
Absolutely.
It does.
Yeah.
And he was actually in a Legion of Superheroes cartoon. They had a Legion of Superheroes cartoon, and the only reason why I remember this is because it was on Amazon Prime one day, and I got into it, and I started watching like a few episodes. A few episodes turned like probably 5 to 10 episodes. So
I think I remember that they had two. They had two Supermen.
Yeah.
They had that one Superman that was, I think he was immune to kryptonite. Okay. Yeah. I remember that show. I remember that one. I watched like three episodes of that show. So, yes, most definitely. Another thing too, do you guys like Hawk and Dove in Titans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
I want to see more of them though. Hawk seems kind of like a turd. He seems kind of mean towards Robin, which I get why he's angry at him because he dated his girl, and so
Yeah.
some some exes don't like don't like the other boyfriend in the relationship.
Right. Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Although I do love Dove.
Yeah. Maybe at some point they can get their own show.
Yeah, some people are actually have been speculating since Titans had premiered. They said if Hawk and Dove get like a good enough likeness, then we could possibly see them get their own show.
Wow.
Like while we're waiting for season 2, they could get their own show.
Right.
Or now waiting for season 3 because they probably already started filming season 2, or they're probably just now getting into writing the scripts.
Yeah.
Season.
It'll be interesting to add that to the DC Universe app. All right, let's get back to the shows, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about. We got Arrow and Black Lightning. I think everyone here watches Arrow. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Emily, what did you think about Arrow? What were some of your high points, some of your low points?
High points. Well, it's been a very good season so far. I guess the high points is I like the fact that Felicity is really, I guess, putting everything in to find Diaz and stop him and track him down. She's not letting anyone stop her. I think that's pretty cool because she's being strong in herself, and like. And I was a bit upset with Diggle, though, I understand that he has protocols and rules within Argus, but on the other side, he could have been a little bit more compassionate to her. I think he was too hard, and in what he was saying to her, too, as well, like saying, Oliver's going to be in there for a very long time. You need to accept that.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's like, come on, why? You can't. She's not going to accept that because he's going to get out, And like, it's just a horrible thing to say to somebody, and he just doesn't want to help her. And it's like, it's not like Diggle at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think he.
No?
I think he's scared to lose his family. And I think that's why he's being like that. Andrew, what did you think about Arrow?
I liked it. Past 2 episodes have been pretty good. Premiere was amazing. Second episode, yeah. I liked some of it, but just this whole Felicity thing. This whole thing with Diggle. This whole thing with Felicity, Diggle not wanting Felicity to help find Diaz.
Right.
And Felicity's like, no, this guy got my husband put away. I'm helping, whether you like it or not. And then Diggle's like, I'm making you stay away from this. And then Felicity's like to Curtis and Renee being like, the mother, go help him. Go find him. And they're like, yes, ma'am. I won't get on your bad side. Yes, ma'am.
If there's one person outside of Iris that I can't stand, it's Felicity. She is the epitome. Iris is just annoying, but Felicity is just petty. She's petty as all get out. This dude tells you to separate the boxcar. Separate the boxcar. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now for the mission. I can't do it. I can't do it because Diaz gets away if I do this. He gets away if I do this. I can't. The curse has to come on. And it's like, click. And it's like, he has to do it all. And, man, please miss me. You can miss me with Felicity right now. When she was just being in the command center, guiding people around, that's cool. That's fine. But I feel putting that emphasis on her. It's kind of like what they did in Young Justice with Blue Beetle. Eventually, it's gonna be counterproductive. And you do see scenes of Oliver when he's in jail. I think those scenes are interesting, particularly this last one when he said, if you don't kill this man, you're not gonna get the information that you need." Oliver gets rid of him in his own way, so I thought that was cool. But miss me with all this Felicity stuff. Diggle needs to get his act back together. I know you're in August, protect your family and all the other good stuff, but come on, man. But what did you guys think about this new Laurel transformation that we're seeing? She looks like she's going from being bad to sort of kind of creeping on the side of good. What do you guys think about that?
I don't trust her. I think she's trying to. No, I don't trust her. She's Earth 2 Laurel. She's not the Laurel that we saw, and I don't trust her one bit. I think she's pretending to be good, and really she's still working with Diaz, and she's still bad.
You still think she's playing the role? Okay.
Yeah. I don't trust her. I don't like the actress, and I don't like that character either.
Wow, that's the first time I heard somebody say they don't like Laura. Wow, that's the first time.
Just haven't liked her from day one.
What turns you off about her?
Everything. The drug problem, being a little bitch, and then this and that, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh man. She's just as bad as Iris. Worse.
Worse.
Me, I like Laurel. I feel like she's really coming into being a good guy. She's taken over Laurel Lance's identity, and she's becoming like either a DA or somebody working for the DA's office. And I feel like she's doing this to like, since she met Quentin, it feels like she's coming more into it. Since she started staying with Quentin, and after he died, she's like, I've lost this man twice. I'm going to stand by these people and help them out. And I'm going to be upset if they make her evil again, if they make her evil, or if they kill her off. If they kill off Katie Cassidy again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may have stopped
watching. I'm trying to figure out, and I brought this up last time we spoke. I'm still trying to figure out, why won't she stay? Why won't Felicity stay with her protective detail? She won't stay with. She won't stay with Argus. It's like she got a target on her back. Come here, Diaz, shoot me. I mean, I don't understand that. What did you think? What did you guys think about William in this episode? He was on that island, and what did you think? What do you guys think about Arsenal and William in this episode?
William.
They look like they're coming back. They look like they're coming back to the city.
Interesting. I like the fact that there's flash forwards this season. It's very interesting. I think adult William's pretty cool. I mean, it seems like we're finding out more about his future and stuff. He's found the bow, and I don't know what's written on that note. We don't know yet.
Not yet.
He tried to burn.
We may find out Monday.
Yeah. So
we may find out Monday.
We
may find out Monday. Yep.
Yeah. The future of Star City.
What did you?
Well,
Come of them?
I don't even know where this William is from. We don't know what time he's from. We don't
Nope.
know how long he's been away from Oliver and Felicity. For all we know, it could have been 10, 15 years, and Oliver could have been killed, and Felicity could be possibly injured again. We don't know.
Yeah, we really don't. We really don't. And I think I am going on to the last show to sort of kind of close things out a little bit. I think I'm the only person here who watched Black Lightning. Does anyone here watch Black Lightning? Andrew, I know you don't.
No, I don't.
I watched it.
You watched it?
Yes, I watched the episode. I watched both episodes.
Well, before I go into my rant, what did you think?
Didn't like it.
Why didn't you like the episode?
Well, I just don't like the way that they're dealing with this new principal, and I really don't like all this stuff that they're doing with just all this stuff with the girls not doing what their daddy wants them to do.
Right.
And it feels like Anissa is not doing what she's supposed to be doing, and her daddy is having to do all the superheroing on his own right now. And then Anissa gets all mad because you didn't tell me about this mission, and then he's like, well, you didn't come when I heard about it, so yeah. You lucked out.
I don't understand what Tobias's aim is. I mean, with Cyanide gone, it's like he's killing everybody. He killed one of his own partners, killed him, killed a crooked cop, killed him. That's messed up. Yeah. And the way he did it, he told the first dude, I love you, snap. And then the second dude, he took the gun, you've always been a good friend. Bam! Dude. Just shoot me and get it over with. You don't have to tell me all this stuff. Just shoot me and get it over with. Dang. I thought it was kind of interesting with Khalil too, because it says he said in the episode he was scared of Tobias and he wants to get away. So we'll see what that comes out with Khalil. He may end up being turned into a good guy. I think it's interesting too that Henderson is still mad because Jefferson never told him up until recently that he was Black Lightning. That was kind of interesting that he takes a grudge. He still has a grudge on that. And the final take I have is the one I've been saying for a long time. That damn Black Lightning suit gotta go. It gotta go. He needs a new suit. It looks like a lit up Motel 6 sign from the outside of things. I've never liked that suit. I like Anessa's. Anessa's suit is okay, but I've never liked Black Lightning's for the fact that, how you gonna be stealthy when you got two lightning bolts going up and down on your body? You can't do it. So I thought that was good. So I thought that was the main thing going down. All right, it is 10:08 p.m. here. It's probably 4:08 p.m. your time, Emily. Am I correct?
No, it's 1:08 p.m.
Amazing. That's amazing to me, man. My sister may be there by now, so I'm gonna have to get with her later. Okay. Is there anything we need to plug before we close out for the night, guys?
Check out the Facebook groups in the description below, and I have a podcast to do Wednesday talking about Batman: The Long Halloween, which, if you don't know, is a material of both Gotham and the Dark Knight trilogy.
Okay. Okay. Emily, is there anything you want to get out there before we leave for the night?
Don't think so.
Thank you for joining us, by the way, from all the way down under in New Zealand
You're
and
welcome.
Australia. Wow, Australia. Wow. Wow, Australia, man.
Yeah, it's
Woo.
beautiful. Very
Ooh.
nice country.
I was a huge, and I know she's from New Zealand. That's what, a little bit of ways, I think. I know she
New
was from
Zealand.
the.
Yeah, it's an island off.
Okay.
It's not in Australia. It's outside Australia.
I used to be the biggest fan of Xena Warrior Princess, and the way the does Australia kind of look like that in terms of the way it looks in terms of trees and foliage and stuff like that? Because if you watch Xena, it was very beautifully shot. You had a lot of trees, things like that. Does Australia look like that, or is it more of a city? Do you have a
Um,
countryside?
no, it has countryside. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very beautiful. Like it, if you go up the far north of Australia, it's very beautiful up there. Even down here, there's yeah, like places where it's really nice, like a rainforest. It's beautiful.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, and we have beautiful beaches. I live in New South Wales, which is down the bottom part of Australia.
Mm.
Very
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
Wow.
We do
Definitely.
have big cities. Sydney is one of the biggest cities.
Mm.
Canberra's our capital.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've got Melbourne, the further down, and Perth.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all different places like that. Yeah.
That's one thing I like being. That's one thing about being a member of this group is the fact that it's an international flavor. We have members from
Yeah.
everywhere. We have members from Australia. We have members from the Philippines. We have members from everywhere, and
Yeah.
I think it's really really interesting that we can
It
interact
is.
with those guys.
Yeah.
Um,
For sure.
Emily, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you can possibly make it next week.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll hopefully, yeah, for sure.
not doing anything. Definitely like to have you back. Um, Andrew, uh, how's that? We did a interview about a Kickstarter that was signing up. Did they ever get that funded?
Yes, they've had it. They've had it funded since before we did the interview. I think.
Okay, good, good, good. Um,
Right now
Andrew,
they're
thank you.
working on. Right now they're working on their first stretch goal, which is getting a print of their book, and then the rest of them is going to be like extra books that you can get, and then like prints.
And tell everybody, Andrew, where they can catch the podcast.
You can catch it on Stitcher. I think podcasts app, no, Pocket Cast app, Google Play, Apple Podcast,
Go.
Spotify, basically everywhere where you can find your podcasts.
Okay. Okay. Another place you can catch it too is Spotify. So if you have a Spotify account, that's another place you can watch it as well. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. For myself, for Andrew, for Emily, thank you for being here. And we'll see you guys once again next week. Take care, everyone.